Are you?
No, not really. I just like to pretend that I am, so that way I have not self-esteem issues.
I'm sorry. All right. We are. You should be streaming. We are streaming. Hello, everyone. This is just for you, the live listener that came in right away.
Oh, we are streaming?
Yes. I just need to post it on Twitter now.
Justin, should I just watch Venom at this point? Should I just watch it?
Venom is fun.
You should.
Okay.
It was on Amazon Prime last night, I remember.
Is it? Hold on. Like, for free or to rent?
No, for free. Now that I'm thinking about it, I had Stars. I did it through Amazon Prime, like as an addition, so everything was going up and everything. It might have been on Stars.
Yeah, it might be super cheap to rent anyways, so.
It's fun. Like, it's not a terribly good movie, but I enjoyed my time with it.
Yeah. I'm kind of...
It's legitimately funny in a lot of points.
Oh, you can't rent it. You can only buy it. What the fuck?
Stupid.
It's like $10. I might as well just buy the Blu-ray.
The ending fight scene I kind of started to check out. Like, I think I was playing a game or something while I was watching it, so, like, I didn't really have to care.
Yeah, it gets really
like, everything with... Yeah, it is. Everything with Tom Hardy and Venom, like, their kind of buddy stuff is super fun.
It's really fun.
I'm just on a Venom high because of the whole God of the Symbiotes and stuff, and like I'm kind of on that. So I was like, I want more Venom content in my life.
You'll enjoy it.
Okay, I'll probably just buy it on Blu-ray just to have it.
Okay. I also have the recording going. Cool. You're both recording, and I'm gonna start it in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Charlie Shot Gamescast. Each and every week, friends gather around talking about the video games they've been playing and things going on in their lives. They have with me, Justin.
I'm looking up lightsabers.
That's where you are in your life.
Yep.
And Ben.
Go Power Rangers!
You've been playing that Power Rangers fighting game?
Fuck yeah, I have, dude.
You're just gonna go right into it.
No, I don't.
Why not?
It's always the Lord Justin goes first. I'm just a humble serf.
You went first like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but like that's the disruption of the natural order. That you do it twice in a month would be, you're gonna open a tear in reality. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
So the smooth transition, we're gonna stop that right there, and just go straight to Justin.
It's called leaving the audience in suspense. Tickle their balls a little bit.
All right, fine.
That's
okay.
A tease.
I know. That's the point of a tease.
Consider your ear balls tickled. We'll talk to Justin.
I don't know how to follow up that ball tickle, honestly. I haven't played too much this week. I played a bunch more Link's Awakening. I am essentially done. I didn't want to beat it yet because I wanted to go through all the chamber dungeon stuff and all that first. My goal is to get like 100% in this run, so that when I stream it, I can more easily find where everything is, like as I'm going, instead of having to spend a bunch of time like backtracking and stuff like that. And by the way, I'm streaming Link's Awakening over on Mixer. Go check it out.
With Ninja.
What's your Mixer name?
Zero Score. Like all one word, I think.
Okay.
My friend tried to find me last night, and he couldn't find me at first. And I think it's all one word. I set it up like when it was still Beam, and then I just logged into Mixer. I was like, oh, everything's the same, cool, and then didn't think about it again. But I'm doing a hero mode run for the stream, and I did the first session of that last night as of this recording. It's tough. Like, I blew through the game normally, so I was like, oh, it won't be a problem when, you just take more damage? Okay, like, you can put your shield up and prevent ever taking damage. It's not that big a deal, since the shield isn't, like, mapped to a button in this one, and you always have it equipped. But I forgot the fact that you also don't get hearts, like, at all. The only way to heal is at fairy fountains or with a potion. And I haven't figured out yet if you can like actually find fairies in the wild, because like there's some areas that like you go into a room and there's fairies in it, or like a fairy fountain has a fairy with them, that kind of thing. You're also supposed to be able to use the magic powder on these little like bouncy guys, and they turn into fairies. I can confirm that doesn't happen. I was almost dead and turned one, and it just disappeared. And I got really upset because like you can get bottles in the game. Like they added bottles into this that you can put fairies in. They don't automatically heal you weirdly. Only the potion does that. So they kind of like switched that. But I don't know why you can still get bottles in hero mode if you can't get fairies, because that's literally the only thing the bottles are for. So I'm sure there's fairies somewhere in the game, but I have yet to run into any in the third dungeon. So yeah, it's actually pretty tough. I'm trying my best to get like as many hearts as possible, even though when you die, you still only have like 3 to 5 somewhere in there when you come back.
You can't put anything else in the bottles?
No.
Okay.
Not that I know of. They're called fairy bottles.
Oh, okay. Because I know in the other games you could put other stuff in there. So.
Yeah, but you don't get anything else. That's the thing. It's like there's one place you can go to for potion, and she just like it's an ointment that she like rubs on you and then gives you some, and when you die, it automatically heals you, like a fairy, but it's potion. And then the fairies you can bottle, but they act like potions. Well, you have to take them.
It's a sentient potion.
Yeah, it's weird stuff. But yeah, so aside from being able to go buy potions for like 50 rupees a piece, there's no way to heal in the game in hero mode.
That's rough.
So it's harder than I expected it to be. I've died a lot already, but I also I made it to the third dungeon in my first session. So it was like 2 hours, and I beat 2 dungeons and like had a lot of deaths and repeats and things like that. So like not terrible, honestly. And that was a lot of fun. Mixer went super smoothly. Like I still had some dropped frames, but it was like 10% by the end, which with Twitch it would be like 10% up front. So I think I'm gonna continue on Mixer. I gotta tweak my OBS settings. I might bother one of you about that later, because I think that's why it was dropping frames. Because I had it set to constant bitrate or something like that. Because it reset itself and I never fixed it. And so I think it was trying to maintain that bitrate, and so it was dropping frames to get that to that goal. I don't know. I'll see. Aside from that, I played 10 minutes of Perfect Dark. It's a long story. I'm doing a collab with someone.
The original?
Yeah, on N64. Wow. Because I never really played it outside of the multiplayer, and I kind of wanted to just a reminder of it, because he's getting all the footage. I'm just kind of gonna be there to help write the script and stuff. It's kind of he remembers it from his childhood and wants to talk about it with me, teach me about it basically. So I don't have to get the gameplay or anything. I just kind of wanted to try it. And yeah, I definitely never played anything but the multiplayer, because it was weird to jump back into. Mapping an N64 controller to any other controller in general is kind of weird. But I don't know. It's not great.
It's definitely aged. It's a GoldenEye. It's
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna play any more of it, but
it was a console shooter at a time when console shooters didn't know what they were doing on.
It was, and the controllers couldn't handle FPS controls.
Yeah.
That's when it was still a PC game,
Yeah.
Because I'm editing the second half of my my childhood PS1 games, and spoilers, but there's a James Bond game on that, and
what?
I talk about yeah, whatever. I talk about how it came out after the DualShock came out, but it doesn't use dual stick aiming controls, and it's just it's so dated because of that. It's as soon as dual stick came out, every shooter should use dual stick. Everything before that is clunky.
It really wasn't until Halo came around where they actually made a competent shooter.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they had them before that. They were just on PC.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Console shooters.
Yeah.
Even Call of Duty was it was alright too, but I think Halo came out before Call of Duty. I don't know. 2001 was Halo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were around the same time, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, let's see. I feel like there was something else, but I can't. Oh, we played some more Gears. And that open world stuff is still really slow and kind of boring.
It's not interesting.
No. Like, I want to do the side quest stuff because you get some good upgrades and things like that.
The
Like,
components.
I've been loving the skill unlocks we've been getting. I just don't care. Like, it's means to an end at this point.
Yeah.
And you don't get enough ammo for some of these sections. So, like, there was literally a part where I was just lobbing grenades because that's all I had left. And then I just ran out into the battlefield. And I was like, I'll just take damage while finding ammo. I don't care.
That's so weird because I never run out of ammo. I guess it's because like I sneak up behind and kill guys too. So
yeah, and I tend to use the more powerful weapons that don't have as much ammo, like the shotgun and the sniper and things like that.
and the mace.
Hey, don't knock the mace. You have
I'm not gonna knock the mace because you grab it all the time.
because it's fantastic.
I need to play it single player.
Yeah, I mean it's a very good game. Like, I'm not diminishing that. I just don't care about this chapter at all, or act, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's kind of bringing the rest of the game down. Like, the idea of open world gears is cool, but you have to, pardon the pun, gear the game around that concept.
You really try to work that one out, huh?
No, I actually was going to say that, then I was like, oh crap, that's a pun. I better preface it.
Okay, sure. I don't believe
That's
you.
true. I own up to my puns. You should know that by now. But I got a new graphics card. And so, like, I was really excited to jump back into Gears because I wanted to see the difference. Like, running it on Ultra, keep maintaining 60 frames a second, that kind of thing. And it's really nice. I got to jump into a few other games. I was going to do them before streaming, but then I got caught up looking at lightsabers, so here we are. But, like, my graphics card was, like, to the peak, where I could still play some stuff, but I had to drop down some settings to medium or high or whatever. And even then, their frame rate was pretty spotty. But I could play them. So, like, I'm glad to be back up to where, like, I can handle anything modern at 1080p Ultra.
Does Gamecast come with Prey?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to try that. Just take a look at what it looks like.
I think I was already running that at Ultra, actually.
Oh, okay.
Or at least high.
That's a good looking game, too.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might not have had everything all the way up. But it was, I mean, it still looked good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I could try it again. I did like it. It was just... It was, like, just shy of a horror game for me. Like, the atmosphere and everything in it.
I just recommended it because it looks good.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I wish I could play it more. But I jump in and I'm like, I don't want to go to the next room. It's like BioShock. You know,
You're like a
BioShock's
soft
not
boy.
a horror game. But it's, like, atmospheric spooky. To the point where I don't know what's coming next and it scares me.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Metroid Prime scared me as a kid. Mostly the Phase on Mines, because that place was evil. And also, like, when you get the X-ray visor and everything goes dark and you have to get out, like, using the thermal vision. Or, thermal visor, not X-ray visor. That still scares me, honestly. So, like, I don't know, I can watch anything, like, any scary movie and stuff, because it's passive. But
Hey,
once
Justin,
the game...
heat signatures. Ooh.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
it's a scary vibe. That's all I'm saying. There's a reason Predator is pretty scary too.
Ooh.
But yeah, so I gotta try some more games. I did check out some of the emulation, like the 3DS emulator and the GameCube emulator that had been giving me trouble with some of the games, and those are fairly smooth now. I had been playing Link Between Worlds, I mentioned that, and I had to drop it down to native resolution, and it was still running at like 75 to 80% speed in most rooms. Like some of the smaller rooms or like the dungeons for the most part would run fine. Like the world map started to slow down a little bit. And now, like at native, it's fine. And if I bump up to like 2 times resolution, which just smooths everything out, it runs at like 85 to 90%. So like that makes me happy because I want to do more 3DS emulation, but it was just like most games just would not run very well. And then GameCube, I just tried the Metroid Prime trilogy because I figured out how to map the Wii remote to the mouse and keyboard kind of clunkily, like for aiming with the mouse and stuff. but I couldn't get it to run very well. So even when the controllers kind of worked, it just wasn't worth playing. And it's still pretty choppy, but it's noticeably better. It's a lot of the moving grass and stuff in the intro area of Metroid Prime 2. That room would basically like crash every single time because it's like all of the things that are rendering at once. So it's still not a game that's worth playing, but like it's notably better. So I'm just trying all these different things to like test out, like stress the new graphics card to see how it goes. But I'm not like actively playing anything right now because I've been focused on editing, new graphics and stuff, and then like Halloween plans. So just behind the scenes stuff that keep me from playing games. But I think that's it, actually. I can't remember anything else right now.
All right, so now it's time to talk about Power Rangers, right, Ben?
Ooh, Justin, you're being visited by thermal images. Ooh, that's not Ben. It's just a shady outline with heat signatures. Sorry, it's just funny to me. I'm sorry. I feel like it's okay to mock you about this, but not about the clown thing. Anyways.
This heat signature was actually a clown.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And it's a dick move to make fun of people's phobias, but you can make fun of something stupid. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Predator's gonna fuck you up when I call him. Anyways, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. This is a game that I bought when it first came out. I don't really think I talked about it too much. I don't think I did, at least.
Just because you did.
Yeah, not a lot, because I think I dropped off pretty quickly just because it was bare bones when it launched. But it's a budget. It's a budget fighter. It's $20
Is this the game with the bug where you like if you down back? You can't.
You couldn't block low for the longest time.
That's what
I think that's what made me stop. I'm like, okay, I'll get my cheapness in, and then I'm gonna stop playing so I don't get blown up. But recently they've actually updated the game over the past several months. A couple months ago they added 3 new characters for free, including the Blue Ranger from the 2017 Power Rangers movie. Yes, that one. A White Ranger or a White Mystic Woman from Mystic Force. And Trini, the Yellow Ranger, but she's not your conventional Yellow Ranger. She's like in this big, like mech kind of thing. It's actually pretty cool, although she sucks. They released who was in the DLC, which was Lord Zed, the Gold Ranger, and the Pink Ranger from Power Rangers Time Force. Who I was like, this Pink Ranger, what's so special about her? Then I fought her. I'm like, oh, you're sick, and she has the best super in the game. In terms of just cinematics, it's awesome. But recently they just announced a season 2 of content, which that's awesome. A little game that was nothing is now making its way. But I played it. I don't have any of the DLC yet, which I don't think you need to. That's only 3 characters as of right now in terms of season 1. But I love this game. It's crazy. It's super easy to play. But like I was watching Maximilian Dude play it on stream. He played it for like 10 hours. And just seeing like the insane like stuff you can get at high level is insane, and you wouldn't think that based on like how the mechanics work, but you can find some fun ways to extend your combo and using assist. It's basically Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but not as tier heavy, if that makes any sense. But it's super fun, and they've added new stages, they've added a new Zord. Now there's voice acting in the game, so like you can actually hear Tommy Oliver's like famous grunts, his infamous Power Rangers grunts. If you've ever watched Power Rangers, Lord Zed talks. Rest in peace. The actual actor who was Lord Zed passed away about a couple weeks ago, I think. Rest in peace.
Oh, so it is his voice though?
I don't know, but I'm just saying that in general. He doesn't sound like him. Doesn't sound like Golda. I can't do that voice, but it's very how Lord Zed sounds. But Lord Zed is basically Doctor Doom from Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Like his super has him basically get his putties to whoop your ass while he sits on his throne laughing. It's great. Lord Zed's such a cool villain. But the game is still fun. The only problem I found with it so far, and even Maximilian Dude found this problem, was the matchmaking. Because I think now it's they just updated it again, and now it's actually cross-play between Switch, Xbox One, and Steam. And before, when I played it, when the first game came out, I didn't really have that many problems finding people. But for some reason, when I played it the past couple days ago, I would fight the same guy over and over again, which is fine. They were fun matches. but I know the user base for this isn't super big, but I expected at least a bit bigger of an audience. I don't know. Maybe it's. I think there's something issue going on with the matchmaking. Um, by the way, you can opt out to
Make me a match.
if you don't want to do crossplay, so if you don't want to play with filthy Xbox players or filthy Steam players, you can just play with your precious Switch universe if you want to. I will fight all challengers. But yeah, that game's fun. Buy it. It's literally $20 for the base game. You get a story mode. They actually put a story mode that has like comic book esque cutscenes, voice acting. It's your bare bones fighting game story, but the fact that it's even in there is kind of amazing, anyways, for a budget fighter like this. And the DLC is like $15, or you can pay like $5.99 per character if you only want. But with so little DLC, you might as well just buy it all. There's really no point. What's funny is that though on the Switch version, so you can buy the Shadow Ranger, which is the first pack of the new season 2 of DLC. You can buy that on Steam, but for some reason on the Switch, I don't know how this is on Xbox. He's on the character select screen, and it'll tell you go to the eShop to buy him. He's not on the eShop to buy, so I don't know what's going on there. But he's super cool. He's basically described as Virgil from Marvel vs. Capcom, or Virgil or Dante, one of the others. He has like these cool sword moves and time stops, and he's super badass. His neutral game just sucks ass. So while you can do cool stuff, getting in with him is the challenge. And considering the game structure is generally built on easy stuff to get into, he's the most complex character to play from what I've seen. But in terms of my team, so far I like the white ninja mystic lady. I think her name's Udana or something, because she has ice powers and she can summon two balls of ice around her. So if they jump in on you, they hit it. They don't get frozen, but they take damage. You can throw ice. She can also use as a keep away character where if you jump and you hit special, I think she basically just sends ice towards you. So basically, get the fuck. I'm gonna keep you out. She can be used as a zoner, but she can get into. I like using the Blue Ranger, the Cenozoic Ranger. I think that's what they call him actually. He has like a charge thing. So if you press down in special, he has 2 levels. You do level 1, level 2, and that basically enhances his moves. It's actually pretty cool. I didn't know what to do at first, but the more I figured it out, it's pretty cool. And then so far, my third team member has been either swapped between Jason and Tommy, regular Tommy, not Lord Draken, which is an alternate evil version of Tommy. But I think Jason's a much better fit because he's much more easy to use. He's basically at least to me, he seems like he's the Ryu of the game, where he's a projectile. He can cross you up. He has a nice DP. He's pretty fun to play. And I actually found a small mini combo session where I do his EX sort of command dash where he kind of crisscrosses you, and your opponent can face the other way. I tag assist in the Blue Ranger, and he basically does this projectile that carries. And so then that'll carry, and then I'll dash up with Jason and continue my combo. It's nothing fancy, but that's why I like this game. It's open to experimentation. You can find some insane stuff in there if you want to put the time in. But yeah, but beware, it is a Marvel type game, so you fight somebody who knows what they're playing, you will get touched with death. You will get it. You will get it hard. It's not gonna be fun. Just play people your level. I also played more Astral Chain. Still on that train. Not the Transformer Astral Train. That's a different thing.
There's a Transformer named Astral Train.
No, I think it was Astro Train. Only reason I know the movie Starscream screens it as they're escaping after they kill Optimus Prime. Rest in peace. Yeah, this game is interesting. I really like it, and I thought I was at the end of the game. The way it builds up, and I'm not gonna spoil anything specific, but the way it starts building up, I thought, oh shit, here we go, we're gonna beat the game, because all of a sudden the big bad, she makes her move, and you have these cool fight sequences with her. She turns into this badass kind of. I don't even know how to describe it. I won't because of spoilers, but it's really interesting what she transforms into. And you actually get to do the bike section for the beginning of the game again. And I thought about it before it even happened. I'm like, man, are we going to get another bike section? And I'm glad we did it, because then if we did, when you do get the bike section in this, it probably would have been like, oh, here we go, another bike section. But because you only played it at the beginning of the game and you only get it now here, it feels like, oh fuck yeah, here we go. It's awesome. It's Speed Racer time. Let's go. But this game is so cool. But now there's like a huge paradigm shift. I feel like this took a little bit of a note play from Nier Automata, where like you play the game, it's not as like deep as that, but like you play the game to a certain point, you are in this perceived role, and then all of a sudden the fucking paradigm shifts. Like I was like, wait, what's going on? Wait, what are you doing? Stop. And then now it's like your whole world is flipped upside down. Which I didn't see coming. You still same gameplay for the most part. You go around, you help people, so that doesn't change. But the story sort of changed, which I find interesting. Now there's a deeper evil. There's a conspiracy theory stuff going around, and I like it. And now your sister's fighting for the enemy, which is slightly spoiler or whatever. That's not a big deal. Yeah, I love this game. I really, really do. It's one of the Platinum's more unique takes on an action game, and I really like the story a lot. I do agree. The more I go into it, I wish they would have just made the protagonist, either male or female, talk. I don't understand the decision to have them be quiet, because there's so many character moments between your sister, the rest of the police squad, your father, that could have been fleshed out enough with the voice, but still make it the player character. You know,
haven't all of Platinum's games like the protagonist talks in it?
I mean, Bayonetta. You know, you have Dante. It wasn't Platinum at the time, but it was basically those guys. You know, you have the Wonderful 101. You have, just look at. I mean, it was canceled, but look at the Xbox game, whatever it was called.
Oh, that weird dragon game.
Yeah, exactly. That character. Just look at it. Like and of course 2B, even though it's technically not theirs, you know, like they talk. So I find it weird that they found it.
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, like me personally, I can like put myself in there, but I wish he would at least talk a little bit, even if it's generic speak. It would help a lot more than just being the silent mute in cutscenes. Even if it's just a bland personality, I can at least put more of myself into there. I don't know. It's a weird. I think that and the camera is still an issue. But I still love this game, and I'm trying to beat it because fucking Dragon Quest is out now. But the last thing I played, of course, was the Sega Genesis Mini, and I played a lot of Kid Chameleon. I played a lot of Kid Chameleon for my best friend. I remember when I first played it like years ago when I went to visit him, and I remember hating the game. And thankfully, thank God, this game has save states, because this game is fucking mean.
Yeah, it is.
This game is fucking mean. Like level design, like you thought Sonic had bullshit level design. No. Play Kid Chameleon from 1989. Like the premise is all right, but every single level is so bland and so generic. It's unmemorable. It has the Genesis twang to every song, but there's nothing memorable about that.
Like the intro is really cool because with like the grid and the music.
Yeah, that part is cool. Yeah,
and
that
then
part
you
is
play the
cool.
game and you're like, oh.
Yeah, and like the whole feature of it, at least when my friend told me, is like it's 100 levels. I'm like, you could have cut. Like I barely beat what's considered stage 1, and it was like 40. I felt like it was 100, like individual sections. The good thing is though, is that the stages are super short. Very rarely do they overstay their welcome. So I never find myself like, oh god. And even then I had save states. But there's one example I have of how fucking mean this stage, because all of a sudden you're dropped in this stage and there's a meat grinder just right behind you, just immediately, and it can catch up to you quickly. So there's an instance, like for some reason this game has this block that can when you jump on it, it'll shoot out like a needle.
Mm-hmm.
So for some reason in this particular stage, you hit this block and it shoots the needle. Okay, cool. And then out of nowhere, because on the opposite side where you can't see, there's similar place in the exact spot that these needle shooting boxes would be. The box you just hit the needle hits you back. That knockback knocks you into the grinder and you're dead. Yep. I'm like, why? like I get it. It's an old game, and you needed to extend game time. But if your game is already 100 levels longer, that's how you're promoting it.
Yeah.
Why you gotta do that, man?
So you
I mean,
don't beat it in the first day and return it.
No, yeah, bullshit, dude. Oh my god. But I mean, the power ups are cool. Like you get a tank, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's it.
The Jason one is my favorite. You get a Jason Voorhees power up, and he just throws axes.
Yep.
And I got so mad when when I lost it to the fucking samurai. I hate the samurai one so bad.
There's no range on the attack.
No, there's not.
There's nothing.
Not.
There's
Even like, well, the other one that sucks is the one that can only be used to climb up walls. But that's just because it doesn't have any attack.
I think the mask looks cool.
Mask looks cool for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the Jason one's easily the most powerful weapon in the game. You get that, you hold on to that as long as you can. Safe scum that shit. I beat the first boss, which is like this weird head thing. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who did this? I'm probably not gonna beat it. I think playing up to where I played, I've seen the entire game. I don't care what happens to this kid. I hope he stays stuck in this virtual world the entire time. What's weird is that every time you die, either the kid is shouting it or the game is shouting. It just says "die." I'm like, why are you yelling at me? Just why? Yeah, this game it's my best friend's favorite game, and I maybe this is why he likes Dark Souls, because he likes a fucking challenge. It's just mean. But besides that, I also played the Beyond Oasis, the self-proclaimed Zelda clone for the Genesis, and I didn't play much of it, but it's definitely interesting. What's funny is that there's like straight up Streets of Rage 2 sound effects in the goddamn like audio files, and like there's Sega things all over it, and it's just like, this is too funny. But I mean, presentation is overall, the sprites are super big. I feel like it's a little bit too overhead. Like I feel like it's trying to be overhead, but it's too close in. Like it doesn't have that zoomed out kind of, like with Zelda. You play Link to the Past, you got a pretty big of what you can see. This game, everything kind of feels more enclosed, which is not necessarily bad because enemies don't like attack you or anything. You have like this interesting attack thing where like depending on how hard you press the button, you can do different types of attacks, which is interesting. You have a crouch button. You can jumping is weird. But so far I don't hate it, but I do want to play it just because it's described as the Zelda Genesis clone, and I've actually been hungering for a 2D Zelda experience, and I refuse to pay $60 for Link's Awakening. So
it's really so.
Yeah, I know it's true, but I just refuse to pay $60 for it. So I just wanted to play something, but I wanted to, you know those things where you want to play Zelda, but you don't want to play Zelda. You want to play something inspired by Zelda. So
you're not a real fan, I guess.
I mean, like, how many times can I be Ocarina of Time? Okay, and how many times am I going to be Link to the Past? I want to play something a little bit different. So this is different.
You can play Link's Awakening HD. That's different.
I mean, I can just play it on my 3DS, and it's the same game anyway. So
it's not.
It's whatever. It is.
There's so many different things. I already told you, like the quality of life improvements.
No, sure, yeah, but overall, I don't like the visual distortion in that game. I don't like that. How everything kind of has this fade out look in the background. I hate that shit. That looks bad to me.
I'm still getting used to that.
Yeah, I hate that. I look at it, and that also makes me not want to play the game. Because at least back in the Game Boy, you're just concentrating on one screen. But to me, it looks like it's going to give me a headache. Just show me the whole thing. There's no reason why you can't show me the whole thing unless they programmed it that way. It just seems like an odd design choice. But either way, I love my Genesis Mini. It's a cool little mini console. And I am going to I'm actually going to add Rystar to it because I didn't know that's not on here. But I saw a video on Rystar. It actually looks like a fun game. And I'm surprised, like, why couldn't you put Rystar on there instead of both Sonic Mean Machine, Eggman's Mean Machine, and Sonic Spinball? Like, why? You could have taken both of those off for Sonic 3 and Rystar, but whatever. But that's enough for me. Kid Chameleon's not a great game. Just play it at your own mileage. Just if you just want to hate yourself, play Kid Chameleon. I'm sorry, Chris, but you know I'm right. I don't think he listens to our show, but whatever. Maybe he will this time.
Ouch.
He doesn't listen to podcasts in general, so.
All right, I feel better then.
Okay, so what have I been up to? So this past weekend I went down to Toronto to visit a friend of mine, and I brought my Switch over. I realized I didn't have any co-op games to play with people because I don't play with people in real life anymore, like ever. And so I was looking across the store, trying to decide what I wanted to get that we could play through, and I came upon the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle.
Ooh, you got that?
Yep, I got it on my Switch.
We gotta play. Why didn't you tell me this earlier? Oh my god, we gotta play. Oh my god.
And so one of the first things we did was we played through all of Armored Warriors together. And that game is so fucking cool, dude.
Isn't it?
We skipped through all the story stuff. We didn't even bother reading it. But like the power-ups, the abilities is really cool. Like all the different weapons, like drill hands that shoots drills. It's so weird.
It's so cool.
It's so cool.
It's $12, at least US.
And the best, I think the best power-ups are the leg
Yes.
power-ups.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get like you start off with your basic like feet, I guess, and then you can get treads, which is pretty cool. And you can actually do like a jump attack with the treads. It's like you do a spin. It's pretty sweet. The best one though is that you get laser legs. So you jump up in the air and you shoot your laser legs out, and it kills a bunch of guys on the ground. It's great. Yeah, that game's a lot of fun. That's a good one.
Why didn't you tell me? We need to put our quarters up and play our old school arcade games.
So yeah, we played through all that. We didn't play anything else on that system. But other than that, we also played some Goose Game together, and that is gonna be a fun like stoner friends like get together and play a game. Because I could already tell, like I was playing it and he's like, "Oh man, you have to go over here and like hit this thing, like make the gardener wet, and then like steal his keys and like run over here and do this other thing." So I think like if you're a stoner, get with your friends and play that game because I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. I haven't dived back into it because I've been prepping raids for raiding for Destiny. Oh yeah, so I've been doing that for this past week. Other than that, been playing some Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and that game's good. I always come on here and just say Assassin's Creed Odyssey, good game.
That's one of the ones I need to jump back into with a new graphics card. Maybe I can actually play it now.
Yeah, it's really good. Like there's a lot more to it as you keep playing, and there's like different endings, and what you do matters in that world.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun. I like just hunting down the cult members and killing them, and then finding the new ones. It's fun. That's like the game I play before bed or when I wake up, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have like an hour until I have to leave for work. So, oh yeah, also like I brought my friend back to my place so he could sleep over while we were hanging out with my friends from Newmarket. And before bed, I just showed him Dead Cells real quick, and then we ended up spending like 2 or 3 hours like going through Dead Cells, and I was on like 2 runs. Like we only did like 2 or 3 runs, and he got really good with the shield and sword combo, which is pretty crazy. Like he just deflects. Like there's a parry system in that, and if you hit the parry right, you don't take any damage, and you can actually reflect damage and cause status ailments against guys, depending on what shields you get along the way. And he got so good at that, I was just so surprised. We got like I have never gotten as far as he gotten when he was here, so he's really good at that game.
Nice.
Yeah, I ended up playing some more after he left because I was like, this is a really good game. Yeah, that's about it. I threw some new news topics into the Discord in case you haven't seen.
Okay. Do you have the state of play stuff in there? I kind of forgot.
Yeah, I didn't put the state of play stuff in there, but you can throw that in there.
Play?
Yeah.
There was a state of play, and they talked about like Last of Us 2, how there's going to be no multiplayer, and then like people got mad for some reason.
Oh my god, fucking internet can't make up his fucking mind. What
It's
a
like
shock.
it's like they put multiplayer in it. Oh, you're ruining it, and then you take multiplayer out. Oh, I do my multiplayer.
You're ruining it.
Well, specifically, they put out a. Are we in the news now? Like, are we just?
Yeah, we're in the news.
Okay. They mentioned that they fully they love the multiplayer, They fully support everyone, complaining about it. And the reason they're not including it is because they want to do it right. And the single player has taken so much time, and they want to devote all of the resources to that. And so when they put out the multiplayer mode, like, they're still doing it.
Yeah.
They feel like it doesn't belong in the game itself.
I think they said they're going to do like a new mode, like it's going to be a different game or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's still happening. Basically, they had a team working on that, and they didn't feel like it meshed with the vibe they were going for with the single player campaign.
Right.
So they wanted that team's work to not be wasted, but they needed them to work on the single player stuff and devote all the resources. So that team is basically going to be making something else that uses what was going to be the multiplayer mode of The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
So whether that means like it's a new game that will be, basically like a Last of Us Online or something like that, or if it's just going to be them spinning off that work into a totally new title that maybe like is in the Last of Us universe, who knows? But yeah, people are overreacting. What a surprise.
I didn't touch the multiplayer in the first one at all.
I didn't know it had multiplayer until one of my friends was playing it once.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, it was apparently.
Yeah. I always hear the Naughty Dog multiplayer stuff is good, but I never touch it. It's like Gears for me. Like, I never touch the multiplayer. I just play the single player.
Wait, Gears is multiplayer?
Yeah, man.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah. If you like rolling around with a shotgun, play Gears.
Oh, so it's like Dark Souls? Because you roll?
What?
That's what you do in Dark Souls. That's all I see in GIF, so.
Okay. I see what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I'm
It
being an idiot.
didn't work, but...
It worked just like that one time I rolled into that one and in Dark Souls anywhere I died. Yeah.
Alright. Let's talk about some Pokemon, but while Justin looks for State of Play.
Oh, is that what I'm doing?
Yes.
I was still looking at lightsabers.
God damn it.
We are a professional podcast.
Look into.
So there's going to be a mysterious 24-hour Pokemon Sword and Shield stream to reveal surprising information. Ahead of Pokemon
Friday.
Sword and Shield's November 15th release date, Pokemon Company is hosting a 24-hour stream to reveal surprising information about the game's world. Sword and Shield stream. Wow, that's a alliteration for you right there.
Yes, it is.
Confidence, actually.
Will begin at 6 a.m. Pacific on October 4th, and broadcast footage from a camera set up in the Galar region forest called Glimwood Tangle. The static image on Twitch and elsewhere like YouTube shows the forest through a night vision lens, with Glimwood Tangle's lush foliage and large mushrooms in view. Sword and Shield website displays a message from Sonia, a research assistant for Professor Magnolia, Sword and Shield's new professor from the Galar region. Says, "My name's Sonia and I'm Pokemon researcher here in Galar. I'm always helping out with research for my gran, Professor Magnolia, that is. Saying this message because I could really use your help with some research I'm doing. Next week, a camera will be set up in the strange forest here in Galar, known as the Glenwood Tangle, and the camera will begin broadcasting live footage." So there you go. October 4th, watch out.
You didn't do that whole thing with the Scottish accent.
What?
Sonia's Scottish.
Okay, I don't know who Sonia is.
She's the granddaughter of Professor Magnolia. You just read it.
Yeah, the only Sonia I know is Sonia Deville.
What about Sonya Blade?
I guess.
Checkmate. Yeah, this is weird to me because it sounds like it's just going to be a 24-hour feed of like a camera in the forest, but then it's going to show new features and stuff. That doesn't... I don't get it.
Maybe they'll do something like on camera and be like, "Hey, here's a thing." I don't know.
I guess. It's weird. I'm just gonna I'm gonna let this happen, and then I'm gonna look up the news from it because I don't understand what it is.
All right, sounds good.
But another kind of a related thing to this, they announced the... I'm surprised you put Pokemon news in here, by the way. They announced the Surfetched regional evolution, which is fantastic. I don't think we talked about it. And now there's been like teases all over the website of Krabby.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
The crab Pokemon.
All I know is that there was like memes of Krabby everywhere for like yesterday.
Yeah, well, like his name is hidden in some of like the Japanese text around the website, and then like he just pops up at certain points.
Oh, if Kingler gets an evolution, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah, and so there's rumors that like maybe the shield, because Surfetch'd, the reason I brought that up, is Surfetch'd is exclusive to Sword. So maybe they'll have like a Krabby, like an alternate Krabby evolution that's like Shield based and is exclusive to Shield.
If it's badass enough, I'll get Shield. Normally I get the blue one, but Shield is the red one, so I might go.
It's just pretty cool.
Whatever, it's just a duck with a sword. Anyways, Krabby is badass. Like armor and like a knight thing, that'd be cooler. Crustaceans are better than ducks. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess like there's actually some research been done into this because of course it's Pokemon, and there's like a famous British dish based on like Capricorn, which is the crab astrological sign. And so there's theories that like they're going to tie Krabby into a new regional evolution that like is more like carapace, like kind of shielded and doesn't have the claws and stuff, and is like thematically similar to that British dish. Makes sense.
Yeah, I would rather it be just a third evolution versus an alternate, because I like Kingler a lot.
I agree, but they do that a lot. Like there's the alternate evolutions from Gen 4.
No, you mean Gen 2, because Gen 4 had a lot of new evolutions.
No, I mean Gen 4. Gen 4 had the alternate evolutions for Snowrunt and
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Ralts.
Oh yeah,
One other one, I can't remember it now.
it's like 2.
Well, there weren't that many in second gen either. There was Blossom and Politoed.
Yeah, there you go.
That's also 2.
My point is made. Let's move on. I win.
No.
Is this what it sounds like when I talk about Destiny?
No, not really. I'm actually interested.
Less people relate to it.
Not the people I talk to. All right.
Your raid buddies?
Yeah, they like half of our listenership is from my braid buddies now.
Oh, well, then I will not. Thank you for your patronage.
So let's keep talking about shooters, I guess. Masters of Doom TV series finds its Carmack and Romero. If you haven't read Masters of Doom, Masters of Doom is getting a TV show.
I didn't know that.
So Masters of Doom is basically like a biography of the id and John Romero and John Carmack. It's a really good book. I read it like last year. It's really good. But yeah, they found their actors. Booksmart Eduardo Franco will be playing the long-locked programmer John Romero. What?
That guy's great.
Yeah.
I don't stuff. I can't remember what right now. I didn't know his name.
Since you're Booksmart.
No, I haven't watched that yet. I want to, but I haven't.
Okay.
He's like in commercials and stuff, I think. American Vandal.
There you go.
That. But I think he's also done like stupid commercials and stuff.
He's definitely got the hair for it, I'll just say that.
Yes, he does. Luscious locks.
And then we also have John Carna from Ladybird and Scream, the TV series. Will play the designer of Tom Hall. Comes the heart and soul of id Software. John Carmack is going to be played by the OA's Patrick Gibson.
I was going to say, you skipped some.
Yeah, I didn't know if he was in the first paragraph or the second, so I skipped it.
Okay. He looks like kind of a generic pretty boy.
He looks like a John Carmack.
Oh?
Like the short hair, like all like focused.
I'm not sure I've seen him.
I think most people know what John Romero looks like versus John Carmack.
Yeah, the hair is just like a giveaway. Yeah.
So this is one of those examples of like they cast a prettier actor to play a real guy.
Well, yeah, this is
That's how it goes.
They always do that.
He's not as pretty, I guess, but maybe when he was younger, I don't know.
I can see the similarity, although he needs a butt chin. There's a noticeable lack of butt shit.
I think
Slap
Romero was the one that was more like the playboy of the two. Like he was more like out there, and he was like wearing leather jackets on the cover of magazines and stuff.
John Carmack looks like he's still a virgin.
Oh, that's so mean.
That's wow.
It's not his fault he's an
That's
incel.
true. Like I'm not. I'll give him some credit.
No, I'm kidding.
Nothing wrong with being a virgin. There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh wait, he has a wife.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that doesn't mean anything.
He does
What?
he does VR stuff
Wow.
now. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He has a VR wife.
Waifus for lifeu.
Yeah, so I just wanted to bring that up because Masters of Doom is great, and I might check out this TV show when it comes out.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like behind the scenes shit.
Okay, so speaking of virtual reality, controller-free hand tracking comes to the Oculus Quest in early 2020. Justin, we're coming to the future that you envisioned.
Did I?
Oh, where generic white boys save us from the evil corporation?
No, the evil corporation saves us from ourselves.
I'm actually over VR now. I'm fully into the Ring Fit tech.
Oh no!
Just slap a Joy-Con into a circle and let me go.
Oh my god!
Take that out of the
pretty all in
context.
on that thing. It looks great. But no, in all seriousness, this is pretty cool. Like I do want an Oculus Quest. I'm just kind of waiting for the price to come down a little bit because like the model I want is like $300, and for mobile tech basically. So I kind of want to see like maybe get it down to the closer to the 200 range, or if they do like a Black Friday deal or something like that. But I love the idea of the hands-free tech, and in this case, even controller-free tech, without any computer ties or whatever. It has like room scale tracking. All of the cameras are inside of the device. You can literally do it in any room that has space. Has enough space, I should say. Every room has space. And it plays most of the big titles. Like, it plays Beat Saber. That's all I really care about.
That's all that matters, right?
Yeah. To most people, like, it's a $300 Beat Saber.
I spent an hour watching Beat Saber clips. That shit
It's
is
so good.
shit is amazing. It's our modern day rock Guitar Hero.
I should buy that game.
You should. I would watch you play that game.
See, I was tempted to get a PlayStation VR because it's a cheaper entry level into Beat Saber, and it has some exclusive tracks in it. But I read about how the PlayStation Move camera just does not track you very well, and I was like, what's the point in a rhythm game where the controllers don't track very well? So I didn't get it.
Yeah, tracking's not great, but it works. Yeah,
No, I'm all in on lightsabers now, so I really want Beat Saber.
You gotta make your own Beat Saber with the real lightsabers.
My actual lightsaber inside Beat Saber.
That'd be sick.
There you go.
Because without controllers, I could just hold a lightsaber.
I don't have a transition, so we'll just talk about Mortal Kombat 11 getting a co-op raid. It's getting MMO raids.
This is a really cool feature. It feels kind of, I don't know, Ben, you're the fighting guy. Is this revolutionary? Has any other fighting game brought in raids?
I mean, not that I can think of. I mean, they're technically it's not like this, but there technically is a co-op online function in MK11 already, where there's certain towers you can do. And one person would be controlling the main character, the fighter, and then the other players will use the attribute. Will use the status stuff that you collect. This is a little bit different. I don't know, man.
You don't like it?
I think it's interesting, but I don't trust people enough online to fucking help me with this shit.
Yeah.
Remember, the fighting game community is all about 1v1s. This is
yeah, I mean the hardcores are not gonna play this for
Yeah.
sure. I don't even think casual people play it that much because they're probably gonna play. They want to probably play casual 1v1 or just do the towers of time to get cool stuff. I don't know, man. It's an interesting idea,
Yeah.
but
I think it's pretty
Well,
cool. Like
yeah.
fighting games haven't really explored MMO type elements, and I like that they're going into it and trying things out, like trying
Yeah.
something new.
I like the idea that this is simultaneous. It's like basically each player is still 1v1ing in their own instance of the boss battle, but each person fighting the boss at the same time is doing damage to them at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's like triple damage against the boss to whittle it down.
Yeah.
It says here during the raid, players will be able to complete challenges to get a buff or apply a debuff to the boss. All 3 players will need to complete the challenge within a time limit in order to activate the bonus, thus occurring the kind of team play cooperation seen in raid type games.
See, so that's the kind of stuff that's gonna suck.
But that's what raids are. It's all about buffing and debuffing.
I just don't know. I mean, like, how well is it going to transition to a 2D based fighting game is the ultimate question. I'll try it out and I'll report
there's
back.
not like a whole lot that you can do with that.
No, I mean, they have these things in the game called dragon challenges where, like, say it'll tell you to uppercut 5 times or hit it with a high punch 5 times, just stuff like that. So it may be stuff like that, like hit him with a special move 2 times.
Yeah.
Don't block, stuff like that, which is it's already using assets already, but that's fine. But I don't see any other way to like debuff or buff a boss. Although Shao Kahn does have a buff or has a debuff buff move, which is pretty sick. But you probably won't be able to use that in this context.
Mm-hmm.
Perform. It'll probably like perform a fatal blow. Get a crushing blow. Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which means if you have Noob Saibot, you are shit out of luck.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what
it's neat.
becomes. Yeah,
I'll try it once and just go back to playing solo towers because I don't like people.
That sounds right.
So let's keep it within the fighting game realm. Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle reveals remaining DLC characters.
Yeah, so fun fact, because I'm too lazy, I haven't pulled up the website image yet. If you look on the thumbnail, instead of having all the characters on there, I think all the characters on there, there's 2 of Rachel Alucard's on there. In the sort of center, like the very center, there's like a purple-haired chick, and then there's a blonde chick right to her left. If you look to the right, down right of the purple-haired chick, it's the same picture.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, which is like, so that's funny to me. Pointed out very, very early. So
is it a Terminator?
It's not Terminator. That's
you
not
sure?
Terminator. I'll get into that. We actually talked about this.
Reference.
We talked about this. So they at EVA, of course, this year they revealed, we're getting a new update coming this November. It was a crossback battle season or version 2.0 as they're calling it. And at EVA, of course, we got Yumi from Senran Kagura, Neapolitan from Ruby, and Atsatsuki and Blitztank, the actual tank from Atsatsuki Blitzkampf. God damn it!
This sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's a little tank. It's great. So now rounding out this season of characters will be Celica from Blaze Blue, Elizabeth from Persona 4 Arena, Adachi from Persona 4 Arena, Hilda from Unnighted Birth, and Susano from Blaze Blue. Nobody from... No, I think everybody... Yeah, everybody... Yeah, Ruby got a new character. Yeah, I can't think of character who didn't get it. But whatever. So yeah, these are the characters. They're interesting choices. There's actually a gameplay demo of these characters right now. They actually look all really fun. Neapolitan seems to be the heavy favorite of how cheap she can be. The Blitz tank is fucking hilarious. It's gonna be terrible. It's not gonna be a good character, but my god, are you gonna have fun with it? A lot of people are upset that the Titty Ninja that was chosen was the wrong one. I don't know who any of these people are. I don't know who's any of. The only reason I know the Persona people is because my friends play Persona 4, but outside of that, I couldn't tell you who these people are. I'm just excited this game's getting updates and getting new life, and trust me, once November comes rolling around, if I'm not playing Pokemon, I'll be playing this game, getting my anime on super hard, so let's go. So yeah, this is cool. I hope they do more DLC.
I'll still be getting fit and saving the world.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll be looking at anime girls.
Okay. So Apex Legends, game that
What's that?
came out this year.
Are you sure?
It got super hyped, and now no
Oh
one here
yeah.
plays it.
It was
it's
like the
get-
talk of the internet for like 6 weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's getting a new map called World's Edge. There's no actual view of the map, but at least they're shaking some things up, introducing some new stuff.
Is it still free to play?
Yes.
I like the idea of like fire and ice colliding. That's always been fun to me.
Yes.
That's the only information it has. So
Okay. I didn't know if I wanted to include this or not, but it was the Apex Legends news, and everyone has to talk about it.
get them clicks.
At Games, sued by Miss Pac-Man's owner, buys up royalty rights to the icon. So At Games, the makers of the throwback mini consoles and arcade cabinets, has acquired an interest in nearly a 40-year-old Miss Pac-Man intellectual property roughly a week after Bandai Namco sued the company and alleged At Games had interfered in the negotiations to shore up a tangled rights issue. Representative from General Company Corporation, or General Computer Corporation, that's the General Company Corporation. General Computer Corporation, the company of college kid developers who first programmed Miss Pac-Man in '82, and later sold the creation to Bally and Midway and Namco. Confirmed to Polygon that the transaction has taken place. At Games acquired the royalty interest owed to GCC's 7 rights holders, effectively the right to be paid whenever Miss Pac-Man work is used commercially. The deal was consummated sometime in August. This is wild that this failure of a Sega flashback console is now in control of Miss Pac-Man.
So this is hurting my head just thinking about it and how this works. So they own the rights to her even though she was sold to... Okay, I'm gonna stop talking.
I just brought this up because I thought it was interesting.
Yeah,
So
my head's
At
hurt.
Games basically is the new Atari. Like they have a lot of the assets from Atari. I think the owner of At Games had some tie to Atari before or something like that. That's why they make all the Atari machines and stuff now. And so now they're also buying up the properties, the game properties that Atari created.
Wait, did that Atari thing come out?
No, it's still not out yet.
The old one did. The new one didn't.
Yeah,
The
the
one with
brand
the
new, the
wood.
wooden grain one and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
I listen to a podcast that does that at least once a month, and it's so funny to hear about that. Oh, it's still a thing. Oh, it's still okay. Now it's about the Coleco thing, not the Coleco, the Intellivision thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that thing's a train wreck.
With Tommy
Waiting to
Tallarico.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Tommy
So-
boy. Yeah. So that's it. That's all the news stories, unless you guys have
I
anything else.
pulled up the PlayStation State of Play stuff.
Hey, you brought up the State of Decay.
Yes. The Sony State of Decay.
Oh my god. Hey, Nintendo, can we copy your homework? Yeah, just don't make it a little different.
Yeah, even the way that the stories play out is
Oh my
exactly
God.
the same, just different.
Did
color.
they think people wouldn't notice that shit?
No,
like-
they're everywhere. Of course they know.
Come on, man. Ugh. I didn't watch this. I just watched the Last of Us stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so there wasn't much to watch, honestly. I did watch it, and then it was over, and I was like, wait, that's it? But we have a few new game announcements. I'm slightly distracted, sorry, I have a cat on me. But he's so cute. There's Humanity, which is kind of nothing. Oh, okay, you want to stay? It's a physics-based mob game. I don't really understand what it's supposed to be. It's kind
I
of
thought
weird.
it was a platform. I thought it was that platformer Royale game that I'd seen somewhere else.
No.
It looked like it initially to me.
No, it's like I don't know what it is, but it's a weird little indie game from Enhanced Games, which I don't even know who they are. And then there was a new trailer for Call of Duty Modern Warfare that I guess got people mad. Thomas, do you know why?
I didn't see the trailer, so I don't know.
Oh, wait, I remember now. There was there was Sony exclusive stuff for like a year. I think it's the Spec Ops mode.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Co-op oriented missions. And it's an exclusive. Like, they've always had exclusive content on Sony stuff.
Yeah,
Why-
ever since this generation,
now?
they've always had exclusive stuff. I don't know. I took a look at this trailer for Humanity, and it's my type of game. A game that means absolutely nothing, but it looks fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that makes sense. I get that. Then they had a new game showed off called Watem, which is from the Katamari Damacy creator. And it looks fine.
And you can tell.
Yeah, you can. It's another kind of quirky, weird, like puzzle adventure game.
Cool.
That I don't really understand what it is, but if you like Katamari Damacy, I'm sure it'll appeal to you because it's that style of weird, and the exact same art style.
Nice.
Then we got a trailer for Arise, which is from Techland, weirdly. The people that are supposed to still be making Dead Rising.
No.
Yeah?
Dead Island?
That's what I meant.
You said Dead Rising.
Dead Rising's Capcom,
That's a Capcom
buddy.
game.
In my head, I was thinking Dead Island. I didn't register I said the wrong name.
Yeah. It's alright.
Anyway, it kind of looks like Flower, but it's more of like a platformer. Like you're a little guy, and you're like jumping around the wilderness and stuff. It looks cool. I don't know. It doesn't feel like the kind of thing that should be like just shadow dropped like at a. I feel like they don't know what they want State of Play to be yet. That's the problem. It's everything from like the tiniest little things that no one would care about to The Last of Us 2 release date.
The thing is, Sony doesn't have the number of first-party titles that Nintendo does.
No, they can't just focus on big announcements.
Yeah.
Something that was kind of cool, but I don't care about LA Noire VR. I feel like that's kind of good VR, and like the driving specifically looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
It app on the rear view mirror. I thought that was kind of a clever choice. Apparently this was already out on HTC 5. I didn't realize that. But they're announcing that it's coming to PSVR.
He says it's out now or something like that.
Yeah, and then there's a bunch of other like a little VR roundup that includes Space Channel 5, Gorn, Stardust Odyssey, After the Fall. I think a few other things, but no one cares. And we got a new Medieval trailer. That game's still coming, and there's a PS4 demo out for it now. If you play the demo, you get a special helmet in the final game for Dan.
That's the main character. Yeah.
Daniel Fortescue.
Yep.
Okay.
Why do I know that?
I don't know. Because of Marvel vs. Capcom, maybe?
No, he's not. Why? No, he's not. No.
Who is he?
He's from PlayStation All Stars.
Yeah, that's right.
This trash wouldn't be in Capcom All Star fighting whatever.
I don't know things. And then kind of a surprise announcement, even though it's come pretty much everywhere else at this point. Civilization 6 coming to PlayStation 4.
But why?
I don't know. It's coming November 22nd, if you care. But if you did care, you probably already have it elsewhere.
Yeah.
This was actually probably the coolest thing, aside from like the Last of Us 2 stuff. But a limited edition PS4 Pro for Death Stranding.
Oh, the piss controller, yeah.
But I really like this yellow controller.
I like both of it.
It kind of looks like a urinary tract infection piss controller. But I've never seen a controller this color, and it's kind of intriguing. I just wish it didn't have the Death Stranding logo branded across the touchpad.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
Yeah.
But I also like the hands on the console.
Yeah, I was gonna
itself.
say like the two-tone console with the hands on it, like it's just really slick.
Yeah.
And it had a nice little reveal trailer too. And then just a few quick things. After Party was announced, that Night School Studio game, the guys that did Oxenfree. It's coming everywhere else, but they, I guess, are just saying that it's coming to PS4. Sure. I feel like all the other consoles now are playing catch up, and they're like, "Oh crap, we got to get indie games because Switch is killing us in that way."
Yeah, they've always had indie games.
Not as much. And then they announced PlayStation Plus for October. We'll have The Last of Us Remastered and MLB 19.
That's so weird that they thought to put that in the presentation.
I know.
It's so, like, that's something, like, I was watching a video, Catacris said, it was like, that's something you put on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's something you put in a
That's
a
something
video.
they announced the Tuesday before it happens.
Yeah.
It's yeah. It was weird.
I mean,
And
sure, great.
It
But
lead into The Last of Us 2 trailer, but it still felt unnecessary.
yeah, and most people who have I mean, that game's been out since 2013, since 2014 on the PS4.
Yeah.
People who have played the game have played the game by now.
Like, if I had PlayStation Plus still, I would be excited because I had it on PS3. The PS3 got stolen. I did not get the game again because I had to I would have had to start over, and I didn't want to do that because it was scary enough as it is, and I didn't want to do all that stuff again. So I've never beaten it. PS4 came out. I was kind of tempted. It kept going on sale. I was like, why would I spend money on a game that I already owned and never beat? So like, this is the kind of thing that would make me actually play it again. But I'm not going to get PlayStation Plus to get it. So like, that's a very edge case. Most people probably wouldn't care.
What is this?
MLB 19 definitely wouldn't care.
What was
MLB
that?
19 is a really good baseball game, though.
What was that game?
Fair. Major League Baseball
No, the other
2019. Last of Us Remastered.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. I've been having a weird day today.
Fair. And finally, they ended it off with the one thing that everyone actually cared about: The Last of Us 2 release date trailer.
The Last of Us 2: Ellie's Revenge.
Yeah, so the game still looks great. I mean, no one, is denying that. Like,
Yeah, it looks too real at some points.
Yeah, it really does. I love the way they aged up Ellie. She just looks like kind of a tomboy version of Ashley Johnson. It works really well. The release date is surprising, honestly. I didn't expect to get it in February. It's February 20th, 2020, which I really like.
Huh.
02202020 for part 2.
Wow.
Great.
Wait, it comes out February 2nd?
No.
20th.
Oh, okay.
02202020.
I was like, it comes out on my birthday? Wow.
No.
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 I was expecting like March or April at the earliest. But
That's suicide with Final Fantasy VII coming
I
out.
don't know. It just felt like they didn't like. This should have been its own trailer.
Yeah.
They fucking lost people during the state of play leading up to it, and then people just like checked out and waited until it was over and looked up this trailer online.
That's what I did.
Yeah. Honestly, like I pulled it up, watched for a little bit, and then got distracted and started doing other stuff. And by the time the Last of Us trailer showed up, I had forgotten I was watching it.
Yeah.
Because there's just noise in the background at that point. But yeah, I mean, Last of Us 2, cool. We got a release date.
Yeah.
It's great.
Cool.
I'm still conflicted about this getting a sequel. Thomas, did you play this game?
Yeah, I didn't need a sequel.
Yeah, okay, I'm glad. I thought I was the only one. I didn't say anything on Twitter because I feared Justin coming shaming me like he usually does on Twitter.
Okay.
Like, because I don't know, I feel like that's an unpopular opinion to say that I don't think it needed a sequel.
No, it didn't need a sequel. They came out with DLC. I didn't even play the DLC.
The DLC was fine. I played that. It was fine.
Yeah, I guess like he just made $1 bajillion, so they need to keep making more games. And
Like I would have been fine with the sequel if it wasn't focused on Joel and Ellie. Like, I was like, okay, fine. If you're gonna do a sequel, make maybe different part of the country, different part of the world.
this
And
is
they
more
can still-
about Ellie, though, right? Joel's
Yeah.
hardly in it.
Yeah, but like Ellie was basically with you the entire adventure in the first game, and you did play as her in the first game. But it's like, I mean, I guess sure, fine. It's probably gonna be a great game. I just like it ended so strong. That first, like the ending is one of my favorite endings in all the video games, and I don't beat
Yeah.
horror games a lot, and I was proud to have beaten this one. Last PS3 game I remember playing. That's for sure.
Fucking clickers, man.
Yeah, oh god, one of the scariest enemy designs in video games.
Can't do it.
Hey, but at least they're not thermal images. Oh, can you imagine that, Justin? Thermal images of clickers? Oh god, the horror, the horror.
Okay.
You done?
Yes. It's almost Halloween. You're not gonna hear the end of this. I'll probably bring it up like once every other show now.
I wasn't specifically saying thermal images are scary. I was saying the atmosphere of those areas are scary.
No, but that's how I'm gonna take it. So yeah.
If the lights go out and the only way you can see is the thermal visor. It's a scary moment.
It's too late. The listeners already think you're afraid of thermal images. That's how listeners work.
Tweet
Whatever.
at Zero Score. Just thermal images.
Just pictures of thermal imaging.
Yes. Ooh, put a ghost on one of overlay over it or something. I don't know how you do that. But sure, this game's gonna be fun. I'm sure it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's Naughty Dog hasn't made a new game in quite a few years. This is their...
I just hate how brutal it looks in terms of like when it's human v human.
Yeah, it seems like they're doubling down on that, and it's gonna make people
that.
feel awkward, and there's gonna be think pieces about it and all that stuff.
Yeah, because like I play Mortal Kombat, you know, so you like it's not the whole blood makes you squeamish, but like Mortal Kombat's cartoony.
This is more realistic.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, I saw Passion of the Christ. I don't need to see this shit again. Okay, I don't need to see this. But sure, it's gonna look beautiful. I'll probably watch streamers play it, watch a playthrough on YouTube because I don't have a PS4, and I probably won't get one at this point.
I do have one, and I'm still not going to get it.
Yeah,
I don't play my PS4 anymore.
yeah. I did. Maybe I'll replay the first game. Just fire up my PS3 and just replay that game. See how it's aged.
You know, pet the giraffe.
I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I did.
That's what we call it, Justin, petting the giraffe.
Yeah. That's after you get to like the horrific, scary parts. There's like a whole scene of like you just see like I think you're in Boston, and like you just see like
near the lab or something.
Yeah, you're in a metropolitan city. That's all I remember. I played this game in like 2013. I've never replayed it. I played it once, and I felt like that's it. I don't need to play anymore. That's fine.
My sister is really into the Naughty Dog games, like the Uncharted's. And we sat down and started that game, and you know how that game starts, right? Where the girl just gets fucking murdered.
Yeah.
My sister saw that and was like, I don't want to play this with you anymore. Like, okay. Like
Which, by the way, the opening of the game takes place just, like, at least based on where Joel is at, just outside of where I live. In Austin, Texas. So I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Of course. Of course. Yeah. Yep. I was like, I recognize those backwoods assholes. I'm gonna die.
So Justin, where can people find you?
You can find me if you look for Zero Score on Twitter or YouTube or Twitch/Mixer. I'm pretty much Zero Score in all of those places. You might just have to take out the space on a few of them or add an underscore. Just try it out. If you're dedicated enough, you'll find me. And those are the only fans I want. Dedicated ones.
I feel like
I got all new graphics and stuff, so actually look me up because it looks really good.
You make them work.
You know, when you said that, I thought like that's something an NPC who challenged you to a side quest would say. Like that's exactly what it sounds like.
I have tweeted before that I am an NPC in someone else's game.
Aren't we all?
Probably.
Some of the Assassin's Creed missions are like that. It's like they give you a bunch of clues to find the area that you need to get to, instead of just pinpointing it on your map. So that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Ben.
You can find me at twitter.com/ I've got nothing clever this week. Marvelous Ziggy. I do have that upcoming Terminator Make Justin Think Terminator is actually cool MK video. That's a really convoluted ass title. Thing coming out, so it'll be a combo / not combo video because I'm not talented enough to do combo videos, but it'll be fun. Look for that. And of course, yeah, just follow me if you want to see some anime titties. If you want some good art, because I retweet a lot of good art too. Yeah, probably a lot of Dragon Quest within the next couple of months because that game's about to devour me.
Oh,
And you can follow me, your host Thomas, on Twitter, twitter.com/Joel was wrong. No, CSG Thomas on Twitter. It's a Last of Us reference.
Yeah.
You can email me, Thomas@tryshot.com. Check us out on Spotify. I'm part of a guild called Spark of the Vanguard. We do a podcast every week about Destiny. You can join us. Our Discord, play some Destiny with us. We're very welcoming to newcomers and all types of players. So maybe I'll see you out there. And until then, enjoy your games.
bye.
Ah.